5:48 and happening today, Russell Laffitte, the alleged co-conspirator to Murdaugh, will appear in court for a possible reduction of bond restrictions. It could play a key role in determining Laffitte's link to Murdaugh.
And for more, we send it over to our Sean Mahoney, who joins us live outside of the U.S. Courthouse on Broad Street in downtown Charleston. So, Sean, how does this play into Laffitte's current charges?
Well, the biggest question with Laffitte is how much did he know, or what was the relation to Murdaugh? And today will show how much of a factor Murdaugh will play into Laffitte's charges. Now, Laffitte claims that his current state of his bond condition is mainly due to the link to Murdaugh, but officials with the Attorney General's office don't agree and say charges brought against Laffitte just 2 weeks ago will show just that. Now, on August 24th, Laffitte was charged with an additional count of fraud against him, which claims he allegedly caused Palmetto State Bank to fund hundreds of thousands of dollars in a line of credit to use to pay off personal loans, which he was not allowed to do. Now, this is on top of those 5 original charges, which say Laffitte allegedly conspired with a, quote, bank customer to defraud personal injury clients of nearly $2 million. Now, that bank customer, it's a familiar name, Murdaugh. Now, prosecutors say he used his executive status to loan money to himself and to Murdaugh out of those clients' accounts for 10 years, something representatives of the victims say they hope will be considered in this hearing.
Laffitte is presumed innocent. We accept that. We know what the facts are. We trust that the state will bring those facts forward. And we wish the federal government. And you know, if he can mount a defense to it, God bless him. We'll see how it shakes out.
Now, prosecutors say Laffitte's deceptions went all the way through last fall of 2021. He allegedly tried to cover some of the stolen funds by writing a $680,000 check to Murdaugh's own law firm out of his bank accounts without permissions. Now, it's for those reasons why the Attorney General's office says that these bond restrictions are fair and is part of the argument that will be brought against Laffitte at today's bond reduction hearing, which will happen at around 10 o'clock this morning right here at the U.S. Courthouse on Broad Street in downtown Charleston. Make sure you stay tuned in with ABC News 4 as we'll have more from the latest and the updates from this hearing later on today.
Well, first at 11, we're following a developing story from the North Myrtle Beach area. First responders say 3 adults and a child have been taken to the hospital after a boat fire near Cherry Grove. ABC 15's Emma Parkhouse is working for you tonight. She joins us live in the studio after spending the evening over at Johnny Causey Boat Landing. This is near Little River where the fire happened. Emma.
Andrew, North Myrtle Beach authorities, SCDNR agents, and Horry County Police all responded to this call around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Those crews and people nearby were reporting seeing smoke and fire coming from a boat in the water.
I didn't know if there was something underneath the bridge that was going to explode or what. It was just really intense black smoke all of a sudden.
Literally within a minute of the rock in the boat, I was down on a dock. I ran up towards the car. My wife had ran down to see what the issue was.
First responders received a call around 2:15 Monday afternoon from Labor Day boaters and drivers in Cherry Grove after hearing an explosion and seeing a huge cloud of thick black smoke. The North Myrtle Beach fire chief has confirmed 3 adults and 1 young child were all transported to Grand Strand Medical Center with burns from a boat fire. He wasn't able to confirm the seriousness of their injuries, but after inspections, the chief says the boat is completely destroyed. 1 man and his wife were at the Johnny Causey Boat Landing when the fire happened.
I walked down to the dock to check on a couple vacant positions there, and I looked up and we saw the plume, and I heard a noise. I ran up towards my wife, and she had heard the explosion in the car. It actually buffered the car. We ran over. The boat was completely engulfed.
Another woman was driving on the Highway 17 bridge over the Intercoastal Waterway as smoke grew higher, almost prompting her to stop her car.
That's absolutely the first time I've ever seen anything like that. When you're going over, you're fixing to get on a bridge, and all of a sudden this black smoke comes up over the side of it. It's like, it was pretty scary.
Bystanders say that the crews on scene responded quickly, and the boat was inspected and removed from the boat landing around 4:30. I've also been reaching out to Greg Lucas, the spokesperson for SCDNR, and he says that their officers are the lead investigators in this incident because it was an active boat on the water at the time of the fire. Andrew, back to you.
Emma, thank you. We're still working to learn more on the conditions of the people hurt on the boat and the cause of that fire. We'll continue to keep you updated as we get more information.
New this morning, it's a story you will only see on ABC News 4. Dorchester District 2 is investigating an incident at Oakbrook Middle School where a student claims a teacher called the black teacher in the neighboring class the monkey next door.
I spoke to the mother of the child, and she is demanding action from the school because she says the antics didn't stop there. In a post widely shared on social media, Shonda Wiggins says her 8th grade son came home from school upset and told her about the monkey next door comment. Wiggins says her son then told her that the same teacher had also asked the class to participate in a cotton picking activity where she brought in raw cotton for the class. Ms. Wiggins says she and her son were surprised and hurt by these actions, and she immediately met with the school's administration and the teacher accused. During the meeting with that teacher, the teacher admits that she made the comment but says she, quote, didn't mean it that way, end quote. She went on to say that the teacher she was talking about is her friend.
I guess she feels like because it's her friend, she could talk that way. The assistant principal, she said that sometimes kids don't understand adult-to-adult conversation. Well, that probably would have been the case if she was speaking to that teacher directly in private. Not saying it's okay, but if it's something he allows, there's nothing I can do about that. But when you're speaking with the classroom full of children, referencing the teacher that way, that's wrong. But yeah, I was shocked when she said it.
No right-thinking parent or person would want their child subjected to this kind of thought pattern or racially stereotypical talk by a teacher at such a tender age of the child.
Wiggins says that she has contacted staff at every level of the district and she still has not heard back. I reached out to the district and they provided this statement. Dorchester School District 2 takes every allegation seriously. We are currently investigating an alleged incident at Oakbrook Middle School. We do not comment on personnel matters. In the district's policy manual for staff conduct, it states that all staff should recognize that they are being continuously observed by students and that their actions and demeanor will be reflected in the conduct of those students.